Hi, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Capricorn, it's going to be a little bit different today, but if you don't want to listen to the intro here, you can just skip it. Or if you don't want to look at the shuffling that I'm going to do in a bit, you can skip it and you can go right to the messages. So all of that is time-stamped down in the description box. Just press whatever you feel like watching. There's a lot of people that love to watch the shuffling because there's a lot of energy being transmitted through the shuffling as well. But some of you guys just go straight to the messages if you want to. So the difference is here that I'm going to go on vacation in a couple of days. And I didn't want to leave you with just a week's energy there. So I have done a little bit of a sneak peek into your future, or will do, with July, August, and September. Bringing July in, even though we're a little bit into July here. And we're going to look at both love, and we're going to look at what you're spending your time doing. / work, because it feels like you can almost not put it into work or business or career anymore. It's like what you spend your time doing. And feel free to swap everything around. Like if you hear me talk about love, and it can be applied to another part of your life, or if you hear me talk about work or what you're doing, it can be applied to another part of your life. So swap it around as ever you want to, however it resonates with you. And also, you're going to be a little bit disappointed probably if you're looking for the typical boy meets girl or girl meets girl and so forth story, because this is more the love, the real love, the connection between you and your source, coming into the real love vibration seems to be the theme right now. Meaning there's a lot of ascension, there's a lot of awakening, a lot of rising of the energy right now that's going on. So with that said, I should have poured that up before. Anyway, with that said, we're going to do July, August, and September. Have an overview of it, and you feel like, is this your story or not? If it is, there's going to be an extension at the end of it where I go deeper into each and every one of these energies and months up ahead. So, Capricorn, for July and love. Let's see what comes out there for you. Love for July. For Capricorn, please. Do you know what I realized just now? But I'm still going to do your reading. I don't know why I skipped Sagittarius. Sometimes I confuse Libra and Sagittarius, and today I skipped Sagittarius again. For some reason, I'm jumping straight to Capricorn. That has happened once before. I don't know why. Capricorn, you want your reading, so... But Sagittarius are going to get theirs as well, but for some reason, I'm skipping Sagittarius today. So for the month of July, we have lead for love, coming out of your shadow and into your light. Month of August, whoop, bah. Wow. Month of August, we have the crown chakra, number 7, with the master. With a little bit of a boxed in heart there. So we're going to see what that is about for August. And then we're going to look at September. Heart chakra. Wow. Then we're going to go to July for work, or what you're doing with your time, what you're doing with your energy. What is Capricorn doing with their energy for July? You're changing something. There's been a little bit of sweeping under the rug, and it's like you're changing it up for July. And then August, what are you doing with your energy in August? choosing a new path. At least being shown a new path. Let's see if you take it or not. Both Michael. And what are you doing with your energy? You flip it and come out. Four of Gabriels. There's a commitment. There's a connection. There's a ceremony of some sort in September. Ace of Raphael. So it looks, by the look at it, like as a overview, you definitely take that new path, because here's Ace of Ariel. No, here's Ace of Raphael, which is really good energy there underneath the heart chakra. So that's really beautiful. So we're gonna get into it. 555. We're gonna get into it. Starting with the lead of love there. So 4 is a heart matter. 4 is also laying a new foundation. And you're stepping in, like I started to say, you're stepping in from your shadow to your light. It's like you're dropping the old version of yourself. It's almost like we're dropping the old sun as well. It's like we're coming into a new central sun. We're coming into a new, like if we are upgrading, I would say Mother Earth is upgrading, and I'd say probably the sun is upgrading as well. I never thought of it that way before. And there's something with coming into your love or coming into your heart, because you have this beautiful necklace around your heart there. That necklace doesn't exist in your shadow version. Everything else, so interesting. Everything else is like exactly to the T, besides the heart necklace and the crown. And the crown is like 2 snakes intertwined and like looking up like that. So I'd say that there's a lot of change happening for your love for yourself, for you allowing yourself to step into the light, step into your own true potential, if you will. Those could be the Akashic records, like really looking into yourself, really looking into where you come from, where you belong, if that makes sense. And then for July also, what you're doing with your time or work, it's like you have been sweeping things under the rug. So we have number 5 there. So there's something that you're trying to overcome. It doesn't have to be with love. This is in life. You're trying to overcome something, and you might not have been like really willing to look at it, or you haven't been really wanting to face it. And I'm the first one to say you don't necessarily have to face certain things. You can really let something be bygones if you truly can. Like if you really don't allow it back into your life, or invite it back into your life as a thought or as an energy memory, you really can move on. But there's something here that keeps showing up that you sweep under the rug. And it says underneath that this situation doesn't serve you. It can be that you're sweeping under the rug that doesn't serve you, or it can be the situation that you're in doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there's something that you're changing here in August. And you might already know exactly what that is. Just as I started to talk about it, you might know exactly what that is. That you're sweeping things, like you don't really want to, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. But you're being inspired to take a little bit of a different approach here so that you can move forward. You are moving forward. You're coming out of the shadow, like in terms of your love for yourself. It's like you're being, what is that called? Anointed? Like you're getting that beautiful necklace with the heart, with the love. Like this is the next step. We're closing down the stuff behind you. You're truly letting the past be the past, and inspired to stop sweeping things under the rug and move on to a different situation here. We're going to go deeper in the extended to see exactly what that is about. But like I said, you might already know exactly what that is. Coming into August, there's an opening here with the crown chakra. There's a major opportunity to connect in with source, to connect in with yourself, come to like a completion here of just fully engaging yourself with source. And letting, like you are a super master. You have become a master. You have reached this place of awareness, I'd say. But this is like the, I don't know how to explain it. You know, some people, I know it sounds a little bit judgmental on my part. I don't mean it to be judgmental. I'm only trying to explain that certain people sort of fast track their awakening. Does that make any sense? Once you get into the awakening, you're going to start to face certain parts of yourself and certain there's certain things that are going to come up, and you might put yourself through different situations to really awaken yourself. And sometimes I feel like we meet these people that are supposedly so enlightened, but they haven't really dealt with any of their stuff. So they're very in their mind and very, very knowledgeable, informative, but not very approachable, if that makes sense. The reason I know this so well is because I was one of them. I thought I could just skip this whole, can I just be enlightened and not know anything about myself? Like, can I just sort of delete myself out of, like, take myself out of the equation and just skip right to enlightenment? And I recognize so well when I see somebody else and they're still a little bit in their ego as well. They want to have validation that they've grown. They want to have validation that they're that they're enlightened. But somebody who's enlightened doesn't need validation. You're enlightened. You're awakened. Not to say that it's not nice to validate each other or to send love to each other and all of that, of course, but you don't need it. That's the difference. So there's a mastery about you, but your heart is still locked in. There's a little bit of, okay, so we're making a connection with source. You're so knowledgeable. You have all the information. I think, Capricorn, that you would consider yourself to be a very awakened person. And yet, you're not fully taking your heart along for the ride. You're not fully in your heart. There's a lot of focus there, though, now. And you're going to definitely focus in on it in September. So there's this understanding that, okay, with everything I know, with everything that I'm going through, it should be easier by now. Or you should attract certain things by now. Or you should have shifted certain things by now. But since you're not, it's like you go deeper now and understand maybe there's a different approach to this. There's a different way of looking at it that's going to bring about real enlightenment, real awakening, real love. So when this comes out, and it's 7 under 7, so we have 2 4s and 2 7s here so far, 2 5s. It's 2 of everything. So this is you being shown a new path. And I would say who comes first, the chicken or the egg? But it's like, yeah, you have started to realize and started to understand that I can't sweep this under the rug anymore. And it doesn't have even to be like that there's something really horrible and you just keep sweeping it under the rug. It can be a calling. You can feel a true calling by your source to move in a certain direction, and it's like you just you're not wanting to listen to that right now because you're not in your heart just yet. You're not in your worth just yet. And so you don't really know what you have to contribute to the world, if that makes sense. But you're starting to think in these terms. You're starting to think in a new direction. And you understand, I have a connection with source, so why doesn't it really just explode and happen and change for me? It's because you need to take a deeper look at your heart and how much you involve your heart in this process and how really authentic you are with yourself. And it feels like what came first, was it me who felt this and then I'm being shown this new path, or was I shown this new path and that I started to question things? It doesn't really matter because the new path is here. And there's a 7, so there's a completion in the old. If there's a relationship, if there's a business, if there's an old house, if there's old habits, if there's an old belief system, if there's sickness in your body, whatever, you have gotten full information and it's just time for a different route. There's nothing more to gather from that place. New information. For some of you guys, you're definitely being shown a new direction or a new path, guidance through feathers. Feathers for some of you guys there. And then, moving into September, you really are starting to sit with your heart. This is such a beautiful process here. You're fully going to start to engage with your heart. You're going to be starting to be real honest with yourself, really authentic, and it's like you're going to sort of come out of your shell, if that makes sense. Another number 4 there, so it's the heart chakra, but this is important to you. This is a heart matter to you. It really matters that you sit with your heart and that you open your heart and that you let your heart come out and play and talk. To not diminish yourself anymore and to not sort of play it safe. It's a little bit safe there. It's almost like those people who are, they're sitting in jail and then they're coming out and they're so afraid of being out there and having all these opportunities and not really knowing how to work with the world. So then they just commit another crime so that they can go back into jail again because it's familiar and they know exactly from morning to night exactly what they're going to do and what shows they're going to watch and what food they're going to get. It's a safe place. But it's like I'm just compared you to a prisoner. And maybe that's what you've been. You might have been a prisoner in your own life. Feeling like you have all this knowledge, but not really knowing what to do with it. I know all of this, so for what use? Why? Couldn't I just have been completely dumb and ignorant and just stayed ignorant if I don't know what to do with it? Because it's the most annoying thing to have all this knowledge and it's the most annoying thing to know in your heart what you need to change and still not be able to change it. That sucks. But you seem to change it. You seem to come in and decide, okay, I'm going to follow the heart now. I'm going to follow source now. I'm going to surrender and see where it takes me. A positive new emotional experience. You think you allowing yourself to drop into your heart like that and try this new path is going to be completely, first and foremost, you're going to feel a different emotion. You're going to feel differently. And it's a new emotional experience altogether because you're coming from your heart. You're not protecting yourself anymore. You're not trying to run away from yourself anymore. You stepped out into the light. You're coming, as I look at these cards, it's very much about just stepping out of your shadow side, choosing a different route for yourself, stop hiding and put yourself in your heart and see where it takes you. It's going to take you to a completely new emotional experience. And underneath it says also that fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. An ace is a new energy. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. It's a brand new start for you. But it's also it's presenting a new energy into your life. It's success. It's beautiful. And then we have a very otherworldly, the couple of dolphins playing there in the back, which I just adore. They're so clever and sharp and smart and playful and otherworldly. I'm going to move into the extension. So if you feel like, yeah, this is me, I completely recognize myself in this, you're so welcome to the extension. The link to that is in the description box down below. If not, Capricorn, I will say thank you for watching and that I will see you back in August. Happy summer, everybody, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy winter, everybody, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. So, see you in August if I don't see you in the extension. Take care. Bye.